What's good, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm bringing another video, guys, on this nice day. Yes, for today's video is another BGC or Bad Girls drama related video. I haven't did a drama video in a while because it's just so much. It's so much to keep up with. Every day they subbing each other, they going live about each other, and it's just some new shit happening, and I can't keep up, especially with my work schedule. I work a lot because I'm not a full-time YouTuber. Once I start making real money on here, I'll start posting like I don't got nothing else to do, okay? Anyways, so the drama right now, if y'all don't know what's happening online, Sarah is going off on Natalie. Sarah is done with Natalie fake friend shit. She finally accepted the fact that Natalie was never her friend. I seen that with my own eyes. Like, I could tell that, yes, I fuck with Natalie because she's a business person and she makes shit happen and she get her money. I like money moves type of bitches. But Natalie, she's messy. She's real messy and negative. Everybody has their ups and downs. So does Sarah. She complains, cries. She don't know how to communicate her problems right without fucking crying. But Sarah, she spoke facts, and some of the stuff that she exposed Natalie in, I don't know what to say. I can't defend Natalie. I can't defend her because the shit right there. She say it out her fucking mouth. So in the first wave of Sarah exposing Natalie, Sarah released audio clips of Natalie talking about all the girls that was on Baddiesatl. And I'm gonna post all the clips right here so y'all can see what she said.
Addressing the fact that, you know, I personally do not think Sarah is a racist. Now, does Sarah say things? Does Seven say things? Does Janelle say things? All of you bitches be saying some shit that can go left or right at any moment, because a lot of the time, in the heat of arguing or in the heat of moments, you guys don't think before you speak, and that's all of us. But I know, like, I've known Sarah the longest on the stage. She's not racist. But you've all said shit. Seven, Janelle, like, we're not going to try to depict someone's character like they're racist when each and every single one of you have offended someone in a race type of a way. And that's just it. Everyone has. Well, I mean, I like to stay away from race because that's a really, like you said, it's really touchy. I just need to say, you guys all say racist ass shit. Because my mom's white. And Seven was like, oh, because you're a white girl, you're going to call the cops. My mom ain't never called the fucking police, never in her life. So I'm just confused. Like, why would you say it? Because, like, black people call the cops on people. Like, I don't get, like, what are you talking about, Seven? Like, that was just such an ignorant-ass comment and statement. Like, all you bitches be saying some ignorant-ass shit. But then if Sarah says one little thing, you guys call her a racist, and it's just like, why couldn't it just been an ignorant comment?
What are you guys doing with Sydney?
Natalie picks her.
That's the first one out the door.
Trash. That's why I'm just letting everybody just have their moment for a second. It's almost over. We're like 3 episodes away. I'm not ever fucking with her like that again. Like, bitch, you just tried to, again, make it seem like I, like, am the one making these fake-ass faces. Like, bitch, you don't see I'm booked and busy? You didn't have time for that? have a husband. I actually have a fucking kid I have to take care of every day. We're all really well taken care of. Like, what, like, girl, I don't sit in the house every day smoking weed like you, outside of the car drinking rosé, a whole bottle every day. Like, I go to the gym I just don't have time for that. Like, I don't need to start not even the same kind of person. I don't need to talk about her personal life. I don't care if she wants to. I doubt she'll do that because I know way too much about tunes too. But we're not doing that. Like, it's just like, bitch, I'm not fucking with you. Just stay the fuck over there. That's why they're mad. That's why they're mad. Seven sits at home every day. Don't watch her story because it's boring. She sits at home. You don't ever see her go to the gym. She's rarely in the car unless she's going to the grocery store. She's with six just downstairs at the pool in her apartment complex in Miami. She's back upstairs, sitting in her living room. Like, she doesn't do anything. Like, these girls are a joke. Like, I'm going to let them all know. And then Janelle called me the other day, like maybe a week ago, about starting her wig line. And I said, Janelle, you told me you were starting a wig line 4 years ago. This is when I was pregnant with Journey. You told me you were starting a wig line. And then you just told me that some Nigerian guy you met in Houston gave you a whole bunch of money for the wig line, and you still didn't start it. You only need about $5,000 to order a bunch of wigs and get some cheap packaging and some thank you cards and start shipping them off. It's very simple. They're bums. And she took the money and I think went off like, I don't know, she just loves getting work done. I don't know, flying places, going to the mall and buying designer shit, whatever she could try to look cool in to post on Instagram. Like, they don't know how to flip the money. They don't know how to hustle. These girls have no business. There's nothing to do with them. That's why everyone's like, we guys just in the house fighting. Well, do you guys just want to do Natalie lashes all day? Or Natalie Fit by Paint? Because none of you guys do anything. I mean, I know Christina sings, but does Christina have a record deal? Are we going on tour to support her at her concert? Does she have a music video we're going to shoot? Does she have a budget that she's paying for? Like, she thinks Lemmy is going to pay for this stuff. He's not. I literally heard her at dinner tables ask him to sign her a Zeus record deal, and he said no, because she's on drugs. I mean, you can like somebody and you can say sounds like a great person on the phone and all this, that, and the other, but she definitely has a serious drug problem. So maybe rehab first. It's really serious. Like, she's like worse than Flo, and Flo was like terrible. Like, these girls, it's giving me like you're doing bad in life vibes, not a real baddie. That's the problem. We're like, me and Sarah, like, Seven had the nerve to say you're doing bad in life vibes, not a real baddie. That's the problem. We're like, me and Sarah, like, Seven had the nerve to say in a tweet last night, I think I should be EP on the show, and I would have done it like this. We could have started at all of these girls' homes and houses and followed them for bitch. If y'all come out here, y'all would be in my house and Sarah's house, then we start going to y'all home. Like, half y'all, what are we talking about? Not doing that. It's just, come on, man. We have to just cough this season up. Like, this season's just a dub. I mean, I've always told them about, I've across the board always said, Sarah's a hustler. She's going to, like, live a nice, lavish life. She's a single woman. She takes care of herself. Like, I always say these things. Now, I will tell these bitches, like, Sarah is going to pop the fuck off. Like, she's going to say some shit that's probably going to irritate you and get you going. But she's still, like, a flip-ass bitch. Like, I tell going into it that I was cool with Sarah. All these girls know that I'm friends with Sarah. They know we can fight, and, like, Sarah and Natalie are going to definitely link and be on the show together. Like, if Natalie has anything to do with Sarah's coming. They know that.
So if you guys don't know, the real reason why Sarah decided to expose Natalie is because Natalie refused to come out and say that Sarah's not racist. So she's talking shit about everybody. I don't know what was the context of the whole conversation. Sarah, she split up the shit to talk about, like, she's talking about this person in this clip, she's talking about this person in this clip, she's talking about this person in this clip. She splits it up, but we still don't know the context of the conversation. We don't know what Sarah said. So I have to side-eye Sarah with this. I know everybody's gonna come for me for not siding with Sarah on how Natalie's fucking fake and phony, but I just find that Sarah's also fake. How you gonna go behind someone's back and record them? I don't like that. Like, how you keeping receipts, or how you keeping evidence, or like, how to explain it? Like, how you keeping stuff just to throw it back in that person's face later on? I find that phony. I don't know about y'all. Y'all might call it the receipt queen, but that's phony to me. You recording someone on the low, and then when they don't do what you say, you release it? I don't know. Like, yeah, Natalie is wrong for talking shit about all the girls. I'm not disregarding that. Natalie is fucking wrong. Like, how she gonna talk about all these girls like that, but then smile in their face, talking about friend, I like her. But you talk shit about all the girls behind their back. Feel me? So in the second wave of Sarah exposing Natalie, Sarah decides to expose Natalie by talking to her stepmother, and her stepmother is exposing stuff that are lies and exposing who Natalie really is. I'm gonna break down what was said in the interview. Y'all can go watch the full interview on Sarah's YouTube channel, but I'm gonna break down what was said and call out shit that don't make sense, and then call out shit that's like, okay, that's facts, Natalie's phony type shit. Okay, I'm not choosing no side. Both sides are wrong to me. They're both fucking wrong. If you're coming on this video to defend your fave, please just back out of this. So the stepmother starts off by introducing herself as Natalie's ex-stepmother. She is not currently married to Natalie's father. She started raising Natalie at 6. And then she talks about how Natalie's father was a drug abuser, and how he went into the rehab and then came out, and he told her, I have a secret I need to tell you, but he was scared to tell her, but he ended up telling her. Sarah want to call out Natalie for that, because Natalie was talking about Sarah's father and how he was on drugs. You know, Sarah's just saying, how you gonna talk about my father, but look at your father. Look at your father. How you gonna talk about someone for this and you're on the same shit? That's some contradicting, hypocrite ass shit. So in the second clip, this is when the stepmother exposes where Natalie is really from. So she said that Natalie is from Foster City, which is in the Bay Area. This video had me confused. I never hear Natalie talk about she's from a certain place, but I just hear her talking about she's from the Bay Area. She's from the Bay Area. That's all I ever heard her say. So I looked up what's in the Bay Area, and come to find out, Foster City is in the Bay Area. This is what confused me. I never heard Natalie talk about she from the hood of the Bay Area. I never heard that in my life. Natalie always talked about how she was good in school, she was in sports, she went to college. I just didn't get where they was trying to expose Natalie in this part, because she is from the Bay Area. Foster City is in the Bay Area. I don't know. Sarah was like, oh yeah, she be talking about she gonna beat this girl ass and how she all tough and shit. But that doesn't mean she's from the hood. Just because you're big and tough doesn't mean you're from the hood. I just didn't get this, and I knew from then that it was gonna be some fuckery after this. So in the third clip, this really pissed me off. Like, at this point, the stepmother is fucking trifling, and it's just sad how she's using childhood memories or childhood interactions that she had with Natalie to basically define her character today. Mind you, she knew Natalie when she was a kid. And the fact that you're trying to expose her, that's real trifling. That's real trifling. So in the third clip, she talks about how she used to work for American Airlines, but they're talking as if Natalie is currently using her buddy passes that she get from working there. If she don't work there anymore, then how is it possible for her buddy pass to still be active? So Sarah's trying to make it seem like Natalie keep bragging about paying for her own flights and she's not really paying for them? What? Girl, this is when she was younger. Of course she might use a buddy pass. Who the fuck not using a buddy pass if they could? I know I would. I don't care how much money I get. If I can get a buddy pass, if I can get a discount, come on. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why people think just because you got more money than someone, they supposed to spend more of the money that they have. Be smart, use your money wisely, and that's how you stay rich. You don't go blow your money on some fuckery shit and then in the next 10-20 years you're in bankruptcy.
I worked at American Airlines for a multitude of years, and I gave both children, Natalie and Ronald, my passcodes to my flying privileges, which meant they could go online and literally book themselves anywhere in the world, first class. And they did.
Yeah, I remember her always bragging about flights and American Airlines and how she spent all this money on first class and basically bragging that she was paying for all these flights on her own. Pay for these tickets, or were you paying for them?
I mean, they came out of my paycheck. I mean, they weren't full fare.
Yeah,
but they were definitely something. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're paying for them and she's getting them for free, so she's...
I paid for all her tickets.
So in this clip, she's talking in past tense. So you know it happened in the past, so of course she's not still using your shit. So why is it hard for you to believe that Natalie has her own little, you know, frequent flyer type thing that she has with American Airlines? Like, why is this a topic of discussion? Like, what? Of course a kid might use your buddy pass, the fuck? Or a teenage or a young adult. Of course. I'm not sure what Sarah was trying to do with this fact, but it just don't make fucking sense. It don't make sense. So that she used her buddy pass back in the day, she don't use it now. So in the fourth clip, the stepmother's talking about how Natalie only came around when it's only for fun vacations, but never for family events. And okay, I could say that this is exposing how selfish Natalie is. Like, she'd rather not spend time with her family for like birthdays or Thanksgiving or whatever. She just won't come to family events, but she'd rather, you know, go on vacations with them. That's kind of using, and it kind of shows the type of person you are. So yes, I agree with this exposing moment, but the last two moments did not make no fucking sense to me. It didn't. So in the fifth clip, they're mostly exposing Natalie's father. She talks about how he divorced her after she got a restraining order on him. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of different ways people handle marriages. I never been in a marriage, but this just it don't make sense. He divorced you, but instead of getting a divorce, like divorcing him, you get a restraining order first. She talks about how he took the cars, how he was taking stuff from the house and bringing it to Florida or some shit to entertain hookers. I don't know, it just sounds like a mad bitch to me. Like, how are you mad that he's taking the cars that he paid for? How are you mad that he's taking the objects that he most likely brought? I'm pretty sure he's not taking the objects that you brought, but because you reside in a home that y'all used to live in together, you think that he can't take shit from that house, even though y'all both used to live in it. I don't know. I just feel like that's bitter as fuck. How are you guys divorced or on the urge of being divorced and the person can't take what the fuck they want? I don't know. If that's what a marriage is, that you can't have your own shit in a marriage, then I don't want to be married. I don't want to be married. I want to have ownership of, I want to have some type of ownership of shit in my house and shit that I pay for, and it's not like a joint thing. Like, I want something in my name too. Why does it have to be yours too? Maybe I'm not understanding what a marriage is, but I know if I want to get married, then I'm gonna have some shit that's for me. So in the 6th clip, they really exposed Natalie on this. This is something that I could admit, because I heard Natalie say that she was Brazilian, but she's not. So the stepmother exposes that Natalie is really white, Puerto Rican, and black. She is not Brazilian as she claims to be. This shit, I couldn't even say nothing. I stayed quiet. Like, damn, that's the truth. Natalie really lied about that shit. Like, why are you lying about your nationality? Like, yeah, back in the day, people used to do that. They used to lie about their ages, where they from, and their nationalities. I never got it, because I never lied about my age, what I am, and where I'm from. Why you want to seem like something that you're not? So, yeah, this I don't agree with Natalie on. Like, Sarah, this is your what's this? 4-2. This is your 2-4. The 2 right, and then the 4, what the fuck? Like, this shit don't make no sense. Facts. So in this clip, the stepmother talks about how Natalie didn't like the box braids that her friend used to do for her. And in this clip, I have to side eye, because what kid likes to get their hair done? Especially if they don't like it. Of course they gonna take it out. I'm not sure what she was trying to paint Natalie picture as in this, like, in saying this, but she didn't like the hairstyle. And then she brings up the fact that Natalie does journey hair like that now. She said, I find her ironic. What? I don't know if y'all want to be real with yourself or not, but as a kid, you know, the hairstyles that our parents used to do on our hair, we didn't really fuck with. We didn't really like getting our hair done, and you know, we idolized other hairstyles and we wanted that, you know, seeing our friends with this straight curly hair and getting box braids. Of course, you know, they're gonna act like they don't like their hair. Feel me? So I can't really judge Natalie based off this, like what she's saying about not liking the box braids and taking it out when she gets home. So in the 7th clip, they talk about Father's Day, and Natalie, she didn't buy her father a gift. So instead, you know, the stepmother, she brought gifts and told Natalie to bring it downstairs to her father. But I guess Natalie had a problem with that. So when she said this, yeah, it definitely seemed like Natalie was like a selfish, spoiled person growing up. I don't know what age she was for that Father's Day, but you guys know how, like, you're a kid and you catch attitudes and shit, acting like you don't want to do this, da-da-da. I'm side-eyeing what she say, because this was like the teenage or kid or young adult Natalie. Of course they're gonna have attitudes. What teenager did not have an attitude? And the fact that she's trying to paint these attitudes that Natalie had when she was a kid to describe how her personality is to this day is weird. Like, how are you a part of her childhood and her upbringing, and you're using the attitudes and the childish shit that you do when you're a child to use it against her, to expose her right now? It's weird. I'm sorry, that's weird. So on the 8th clip, they're talking about Christmas. They said that Natalie always shows up for Christmas. If they let her get away with all the attitudes and shit, she's fucking spoiled. So yeah, on Christmas, she talks about how she cooked soul food, and Natalie said that, why do I have to eat this black food? If she really said, why do I have to eat this black food, then yeah, like, it's an issue. But there's always a fucking but, because I have to side eye. Like, why are you fucking saying this now? You're just trying to make her look like a bad guy. But looking at you in the video clip, it looks like you're white. Why the fuck would anyone want to eat soul food from a white person? I don't know, maybe Natalie was dissing her stepmother's cooking, or maybe she was, I don't know, I guess being a colorist. But in my humble opinion, I think it had to do with the food. But I just feel like she's really being extra with saying that Natalie said that I don't want to eat this black food. And plus, if she said black food, how you know she didn't say it in the context of saying, like, you know, soul food. So in clip 9, I've really found fucked up. Like, Natalie is really fucked up with this. So the stepmother said that Natalie decided to use her bishop from her church for her wedding that she did on Baddiesatl, and supposedly they did not pay the bishop anything. Like, they flew him out, or I don't know. She didn't go in depth on who flew him out, but it only makes sense for them to fly him out. Why the fuck would he pay for his own ticket to go out there knowing that he not getting paid? I feel like they paid for his flight but didn't pay for his services. But I still find it fucked up, because how you gonna put him on national TV, knowing the type of person and knowing the type of fans that you have? You could have paid him. You got this much money. You could have paid him for doing your wedding. I felt like that was mad selfish. And Natalie, this is your L. This is a L. So in the 10th clip is them talking about how Natalie rents her home and she didn't really buy it. So Sarah, you know, she said that Natalie was asking tips on buying a house. I have to side-eye this, because how does the stepmother know if she rented or brought her home? If they haven't talked in 10 years, if Natalie has a restraining order on her currently, because Natalie said online that she has a restraining order on her for like 10 years now, how does she know if Natalie rents or buy or brought her home? How does she know? And why does it matter? In the text, in the interview at the bottom that Sarah was putting,
Natalie rents her home. It's ironic because you know, she claims to make all this money, but she never took a dime of it and rented her home. I guess she wants to, you know, inherit her father's one-story 1970, you know, home that he'll probably lose to taxes. She rents her home in Roseville, and Roseville is like up in the Sacramento area of California. And typically, you know, people in the Bay Area, our view of people that live up there are people that can't cut it down here because it's pricey. You know, in the Bay Area where I live, it's not. You're not going to get a cheap house here. It's very expensive, and most people will go up there because you can get homes to rent for very reasonable, low cost. So that's probably was the attraction to bring her up that way.
Wow, that's crazy.
You can look apart, but not have to pay the piper so severely. So that's probably why she subplanted herself in that region. No,
I don't know. I don't get how it connects to her renting or buying her home. Do you know how many celebrities lease homes, lease cars, nothing ever be paid off? I don't know what picture or like what portrays, like I don't know how y'all know if someone rents or buy their home. Do you guys understand that people rent homes because they might not plan on staying there forever? They might not be ready for a home to settle in one spot. You know, people buy homes because they feel comfortable in the spot that they're in. People rent homes because maybe they want to uproot to another place later down the line. I'm not sure why buying a house is like top tier shit. Not everybody wants to live the same lifestyle. Once you understand that, you will understand life. Because not everybody live life the same. And not everybody go through life the same. Everybody has their different paths. And notice how people got different jobs. And then at the end of this clip, it ends with the stepmother saying that Natalie put a hit out on her. I don't know what else was said after that. That's where it ended at. Now let me tell y'all my overall thoughts about this shit, because this is it's getting me mad. Like I said, it's just weird how someone that was a part of Natalie's upbringing coming forward today to expose her actions as a kid to make it seem like she's some horrible, bad person. Don't get me wrong, Natalie, she has negatives to her. She's selfish, I can admit. She fucking lied about what she is and not where she from, because she always said that she was in the Bay Area. So, you know, Fosterville is in the Bay Area. I don't think she lied about that. But yeah, it is certain shit that Natalie lied about. But I can't get over the fact that Sarah decided to use someone that's not currently in Natalie's life to try to expose her. It just knowing that that lady is not currently in her life just shows that she doesn't really have all the knowledge that Sarah claimed that she has. It just don't make sense to me. I'm not picking no sides, because like I said, I'm going to continuously say it. There's wrong on both sides. I'm not going to overlook Sarah exposing Natalie with recording her secretly and going to interview her stepmother that's so-called a stalker that Natalie had a restraining order on her for 10 years now. I can't disregard that because that looks weird. And I also can't disregard the shit that Natalie just lied about. At the end of the day, this is all entertainment. This is all entertainment. There's no reason why there's stans or like obsessors, like diehard fans attacking Sarah and Natalie. There's no reason why each of their fan bases are attacking each other. There's no reason why. These girls, they gonna beef. But the fact that us fans don't know them in real life is the reason why we shouldn't be siding with nobody. We shouldn't be siding with nobody. This shit is just all entertainment to me. I can't take it seriously at all. Like, it might get me frustrated. It might get me frustrated. But shit like this, it's not something I'll waste my energy on to this Sarah in the comments writing a whole paragraph. I just don't got the energy to do that. I just don't got the energy to do that. I hope y'all don't either. I know I'm probably going to get some of that energy in the comments below. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Just comment. Dislike my video. Like my video. My video still going to get pushed through the algorithm. So yeah, let me know what y'all think about this drama. Let me know if y'all agree with me or if y'all disagree with me. It's straight. Just don't come after me. Y'all can have all sorts of opinions for the bad girls. And that's okay to comment it. But don't try to come for me. Don't try to come for me, because then that's when I'm going to get disrespectful. Because like I said, I'm not choosing no sides. I feel like both sides are wrong. And that's just on period. And I'm going to call it out. Period. So yeah, make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll just see you in the next video, okay? Later.